Hi, I'm Carl from Apt, and this is the new QN90C series 4K Neo QLED TV from Samsung. In this video, I'm going to be going over the specs and features, the picture quality, and why you might want to consider adding this one to your home theater, so stick around. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest 2023 TV models. The QN90C is right in the middle of Samsung's 4K Neo QLED TV lineup for 2023, and it's available in sizes ranging from 43 to 85 inches, so it's easy to find one to fit just about any application you'd use a TV for, whether that's a computer monitor or your primary home theater screen. However you choose to use it, you're going to be happy. The overall look of the QN90C is pretty remarkable. The bezel is incredibly thin, so it has a really low profile around the image, and it's just over an inch deep, not including the pedestal, so it'll look great hanging on the wall. If you're not hanging it on the wall though, the pedestal still looks nice too. It's center mounted and it's pretty simple to install, but if you need any help, we also made a separate video on that process too. I'll put a link down in the description as well as the dimensions of those different pedestal sizes. As far as the connections go, those are all on the back of the TV. There's no one connect box for this series though. Starting off, you've got two USB Type A's, an optical audio output, four HDMI 2.1s, which I'll talk more about in a moment. There's an Ethernet connection, X-Link, and finally an antenna input with an ATSC 3.0 tuner for pulling in 4K over-the-air broadcasts. Now going back to those HDMIs, all four of them can do 4K at 120 Hz, but the 43 and 50-inch models can even handle up to 144 Hz if you're hooking up a gaming PC with FreeSync Premium Pro, and number 3 has an enhanced audio return channel. Finally, you've got Bluetooth 5.2 and Wi-Fi 5 for any wireless connections you might be using. That Wi-Fi also lets you take advantage of the built-in Google and Amazon voice assistants, Apple's AirPlay 2, and Samsung's TV Plus app for some great free content to watch. Moving on, we've got the operating system, which is largely unchanged from last year's models. Pressing the home button on the slightly redesigned remote brings up the home page. Looking at the left-hand side of the screen, up at the top, there's a search option that lets you search for content across multiple platforms. Under that, you've got ambient mode, which is going to let you display different types of wallpapers on the screen when you're not watching a show. Then you've got Samsung's Game Hub, where you can play games right off the TV, nothing else required except for a gaming controller, which does not come with the TV. It features services from Xbox, Luna, Nvidia, and Utomic. There are some fees associated with those services, but there are a couple games you can play for free. Now under the Game Hub is Media, which is where you'll see a list of your apps. Then there's a small window that shows you your recently viewed content. You can also see what's on now. And then scrolling down, you're going to see a variety of other content divided kind of into themes. Just like the Gaming Hub, you'll find some free content, but there's also some that's going to require payment. Finally, at the bottom on the left-hand side is Connected Devices that shows everything that's hooked up to the TV, and the Settings menu where you can access all the different picture, audio, and network settings. And here's a quick look at that redesigned remote. It's smaller than last year's remote, but still has that little solar panel on the back and a USB-C charging port on the bottom, so you don't have to worry about replacing any batteries. The only thing missing is the multi-view button. The TV still has two-screen multi-view, but you have to go into the menu now to access it. For sound, the sizes 55 and up get 4.2.2 channels of audio with 60 watts of power. The 50-inch is 2.2 channels with 40 watts, and the 43-inch model is a 2-channel audio system powered by 20 watts, and all sizes are going to be compatible with Dolby Atmos. The audio sounds good for what it is, but with any other high-end TVs like this, you're going to want to budget for a nicer soundbar or home theater setup because this picture absolutely deserves it. If you do wind up going with a soundbar, make sure to check out the Samsungs with the Q Symphony feature. They're optimized to work along with the TV speakers for a much more dynamic home theater experience. Which brings us to the picture, and the only way to describe this is wow. It's got mini LED backlighting, which does an incredible job handling really any type of content you want to watch. It's extremely bright, so you won't have any issues in well-lit rooms. Color quality is beautiful, and black levels are getting awfully close to OLED levels. It also does a great job keeping light blooming in check. I'm not sure how well it's going to show through the video here, but it's minimal to say the least. This one, like the other Samsung Neo QLEDs, is compatible with HDR10+, which isn't quite as popular as Dolby Vision, but still looks great nonetheless, and you'll see some really amazing details in the dark areas as well as some good bright highlights too. Motion's no problem for this one either. Movement looks natural and fluid, but without any soap opera effect, unless that's something that you want to have. We have ours set to auto to let the TV determine how much enhancement is necessary. You can also turn it off, or you can go into the settings and customize it exactly to your liking. Another feature that's pretty fun to take advantage of is Samsung's Smart Calibration. It's available in the SmartThings app and lets you calibrate the TV's picture using a compatible smartphone. There are two options to choose from on this one, basic or professional. We found both to provide a noticeable difference in the picture quality, but it depends on how much time you want to spend. The basic calibration only takes about a minute. The professional makes more granular adjustments, or lets you make more granular adjustments, but it can take anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes to run the process. Either way, it's worth checking out. And if that's not for you, you always have a few different presets from the factory that you can choose from. The QN90C, like the S95C series OLED, has very few flaws. Honestly, the only one to note, which is just a byproduct of it being such a good TV, is probably its cost. It's certainly at the higher end of the pricing spectrum, but again, just like that S95C, you get what you pay for. This is a great TV for everything you might find yourself watching, whether it's movies, sports, or gaming. The QN90C really delivers. Samsung is setting a really high bar with their 2023 TVs from what we've seen so far, and there are still more models to come. If you have any questions on the QN90C or any others we carry here at Apt, be sure to contact our experts at the links down in the description. We're always happy to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.